before I invite him, this man, I know him personally 23 years. He sincerely works for liberals, day and night. He also the face of liberal now in BC, or even all over the Canada. Whenever the Prime Minister is here, or whenever the Liberal Party needed, day or night, 24 hours, 7 days a week. And he never asked him for himself any of the thing, like any title. But this man is working hard for the Liberal Party. In fact, we are here today for this program because of his hard work, his dedication. So I would like to invite Mr. Bilal Chema to say something, please.
Thank you, Rahul bhai. Assalamu alaikum. I'm just going to keep it very simple. जब भी election आता है हम कहते हैं कि this is the most important election in our life. Why do we say that? जब कोई खतरा हो, yet when we have some sort of threat facing us, or when our existence or our citizenship is being questioned, that's one of the most severe and most concerning aspects to anyone, right? We're Canadian citizens. As our Prime Minister said last time, he was a leader. A Canadian is a Canadian is a Canadian. So why were we being attacked? Why were we being told that our citizenship is any less than anyone else's? And alhamdulillah, through efforts of not only just myself, many people in this room, outside this room, across this country, we finally woke up as a community. And all I'm going to say is that we don't want to be known as a one-hit wonder, that we showed up in 2015 and we went to sleep. I know for a fact that our community, alhamdulillah, has been participating with not only voting, but our engagement has increased. We are fundraising, we are showing up, we're spending money, we're going door knocking, we're supporting our MPs, we're hosting ministers, we're providing input, solutions to big policy issues that our governments are facing, our ministers are facing. We're doing that, and we should be proud, and we should be encouraging others around us and our families to be getting involved. But all that is good. Saying that I support the Liberals, or I support Sukh Dhaliwal, or I support Randeep Sarai is awesome. But we need to come out of our homes, okay? Of course, the vote is our individual vote. We go and vote on election day or at advance polls, and we go place our vote. But we cannot rely on them to cover an average constituency that has 125,000 people to do it alone. That means that we have to encourage our kids. How do we instill these values? When we talk about Uncle Riyasit, we talk about my dad, we talk about all these pioneers. They gave it their all. I look at Liaquat, I look at Haroon Bhai, we know it. We used to gather at these one place that we had on West 8th, and that was for the community. No Facebook, no photos, no cameras. They did it because they cared, and they knew that generations to follow are going to benefit from their work. And we need to keep that work ethic alive now. Masjid mein baithna, daron mein baithna, Facebook pe baithna, wo sab kuch theek hai. That exists in our life today. But we need to get out. We need to put on our runners. We need to go door to door. We need to convince people. We need to conversate with people. We need to remind them, whether they're Muslim or not, it doesn't matter. We're talking as a Canadian to another Canadian when that person answers the door. And we need to remind them what's at stake. And we need to appeal to them at an emotional level that everyone's citizenship, everyone's value as a Canadian is important, and that they need to vote. And why is it important that they vote Liberal? We have so many things that these guys covered. Why it's important. We've never had a Prime Minister go up to bat for our community ever before, even though we've had awesome Prime Ministers in the past. But we need to repay him and say, listen, we support you, we expect more from you. It's not to say that we just thank you for what you've done. We expect more from you. We expect you to be more vocal about things that are happening around the world. We don't want to stop based on what's happened in the 4 years. We want to continue. And so my appeal to you is, if you have kids, if you have time, go to your constituency MP's office, volunteer your time. Alhamdulillah, these two don't need any money. Okay, these two are fine for money. But there's many others that do. But they need our time. They need our time. They need our voice. We need to talk in the masjids, at people's houses, our families, and get them out. That's my only appeal to you. Jazakallah. Thank you very much.
I have honor to invite the man who is carrying out the mission of Rasul Ali Khan, the face look like the Rashid Ali Khan, and when we look by his action also, so we're proud of him, our brother Arun Khan.
Thank you, Radpai. Let's give a hand to Rahid. He opened up his home. He's opened up his business. You talked that our dads did this. This is the reality. You know, the Akid, your dad, my dad, Uncle Riaz, all of them bound this community together just by simply opening the door to their hearts because they believed in it. You know, and with us as children, we grew up watching this. I knew every prime minister, seriously, from Pierre Elliott Trudeau to Justin Trudeau. And I say this, and then it just sort of, I think about it. It's pretty damn cool. I've met every single bloody prime minister of this country. And each and every prime minister, regardless of what party they belong to, they served Canada. Right? And we as Muslims, we as individuals, we as fathers, as brothers, sisters, friends, we all serve community. The communities in which we live in, and our communities are so diverse, they're so different, yet we are able to go and lead our lives in masjid, lead our lives in community, lead our lives as business people, as volunteers, in whichever way. We have that freedom to do so. And a lot of it is thanks to that kind of visionary work that has been carried out by the people that